So, the award, the prize for the tech section goes to Beckie Taylor. Well done, Beckie.
So, our digital and tech innovator is Beckie Taylor from Tech Returners. And I actually came across you a couple of years ago. We did a story when I was working in Stoke about Tech Returners. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, this is about getting women in particular back into the tech industry.
Yeah, that's correct. So we enable women, especially who have had technology careers and then had a career break for whatever reason and lost confidence and lost up-to-date technology skills, and we support them in transitioning back into the tech industry.
Because it's not cheap to get those qualifications in the first time, so it doesn't make economic sense to allow that expertise just to disappear.
I think we've heard a lot this afternoon about people talking about inspiring the younger generation. I think some fantastic work being done in the industry. But the statistics say that actually 56% of women who go into the technology industry then leave. So it's sort of like a leaky bucket effect. So we do all these massive initiatives and then we just lose them. And like you said, it's a costly thing. And that's why the numbers haven't changed from 17-18% in terms of the women in the digital and tech industry. And we need to do something about it. And there's a massive untapped talent around women returners, especially. So women who have had successful careers and had career breaks, majority for childcare reasons, and feel that they can't transition back because majority have been knocked back through traditional methods, knocked on the confidence, and then don't think there's a possibility of actually coming back into the sector.
Which doesn't make any sense whatsoever, does it?
No.
Because as far as the economy is concerned, you're losing a massive resource by not having women back in the workforce. But it's not necessarily just industry that's holding women back, it's us women ourselves.
Yeah, the whole vision of the organisation was actually born out of my own experience. So 9 years ago, I had my first child, Ethan, and it was my first feeling around what the barriers and challenges women especially put on themselves around transitioning out and then back into a career. I sort of like lost all my skills in such a short period of time. I couldn't go to networking events because they tended all to be in the evening. And I realised it really impacted my confidence. And I thought, if I'm feeling this, how many other women especially are feeling like this? And then I set up a Women in Tech network, community network called Women in Tech North, and we've grown that to the third largest women in tech community globally. And it was the same message kept coming out in terms of those women wanting to come back in, but they didn't know how. They didn't have the opportunity to come back in, and the confidence, because they sorry to really undermine recruitment agencies, but they've probably gone to a recruitment agency and somebody had seen the career gap on the CV and gone, actually, you've been doing nothing. And I sort of give the explanation as being a mum, before 9 o'clock in the morning, I've done mediation, negotiation, time management, project management. That's just getting 2 young children out the door like I've had to do and get ready this morning, which was a very, very big struggle, trust me. My son actually said to me, he's 8 and he sat in the car and he's well versed at these things, and he said, see you mum, love you, good luck. And you know, it's all those transferable skills and those real skills that I like to call them, I hate calling them soft skills, undermines them so much, around that's the real value that people that have been on career breaks have, and they can transition back into organisations. So one of the things that we've done at Tech Returners is we've eliminated the CV. I've worked in the talent industry for 20 years and we're still making decisions on a black and white Arial 12 document, and we need to get rid of it because it's not telling a holistic view around that individual about their skills, about their experience, and what real value that individual can then contribute in terms of the industry.
So you've now got an army. I mean, you should have a word with the Lance Corporal. She's got tanks. So you've now got an army of women, but you're not stopping there, are you? Because you also want an army of new leaders.
Yeah, so we've taken over 200 people through the programme since 2017. Back in 2018, I was very much of a believer, we're going to change the dial, we're going to have to change it at every single level. And following a piece of research, it became apparent there's actually only 5% of women in tech leaders across the whole of the UK. So the Confidence Collective was born and successfully taken 100 women through a leadership programme, focusing again on real skills, giving them confidence, giving them assertiveness, raising their brand, and phenomenal results. And it's just enabling them to have a platform and the community to showcase their skills and what they can actually offer into the industry. And it's been absolutely amazing. And I think that's the way we're going to change the numbers, especially in the tech industry.
So the pandemic will have had an effect. I think you had a big conference back in 2019, literally to launch a whole new aspect. And I love the fact that you put childcare on so that women could attend the conference in the first place. And then the pandemic hits, and what happens then?
So yeah, back in 2019, I was actually 8 months pregnant with my second child, Amy, understanding the struggles. So both my children are through IVF. So I had 9 years of an IVF struggle. So Jackie's story really, really does resonate with me. And I wanted to pledge to make conferences more accessible. Throughout my career, I've worked for startups, scale-ups. Budget was low, time, was precious, and everything seemed to be in London, costing about £200, and then your travel expenses, etc. And it wasn't accessible. So back in 2019, did a non-for-profit Reframe Women in Tech, focusing on the amazing role models we have in the tech industry. Ticket prices were an all-time low, and we offer free childcare. And we had 221 people in attendance. It was phenomenal. So we did want to come back. We vowed that we'd come back next year. We couldn't. I didn't want to put it online because the whole essence of what we do is around the community, the networking, and I couldn't mirror that online. So we came back this year, bigger than better. We secured the point, so the Emirates, Lancashire City Crown, and we literally secure it just with a day, and that's it. So I have no sponsorship, I have no speakers, and it's a massive risk. And we just go out. We go out to the community for speakers because I don't want the same people on the stage. It should be the people that are actually doing the jobs and doing it day in, day out that should be given the platform and the confidence to do that. And we had 448 people in attendance, which was absolutely amazing because I was worried that will people come in person on the back of COVID? Will people feel safe? And we had a whole crash facility in one of the rooms. It was absolutely soft play, you name it. My team was loving it. Everyone was opting to be in that room for the day. And the feedback we got was that these women came on their own. So they're not in organisations where they've got a whole community themselves. They'll probably come to that conference, and we set up a WhatsApp group beforehand so people could arrange to meet before, maybe introduce each other. But they met friends for life, and met contacts and people that they then can network and learn off and grow with, and that's what I want to really sort of give people that opportunity that it's accessible. And we had people there bring the children, and that shouldn't be a barrier. Cost shouldn't be a barrier. The tickets were only £39 for a full day of learning, of keynote speakers, amazing speakers such as Katie Leeson, Managing Director of Social Chain, to people that have never spoke before but gave them the platform to do so.
After all that, you will not be surprised to also hear in 2019 you were named one of Computer Weekly's most influential women in tech.
And also this year.
And this year as well. Congratulations. I think your award is very well deserved. Thank you.
I suppose it's like events like this, and I think it's an around astounding theme that I don't do it for myself. I do it for, if I can sit here and there's somebody in this room, or you might know someone on your school run or go to a gym that might written themselves off and think that there is no opportunity for them to come back into the industry, that has a wealth of skills and experience, and you have that one conversation. And trust me, what we do is change people's lives on a day-to-day basis. We get messages that, we talk about domestic abuse, that literally a lady in one of our cohorts, Booking.com, had suffered domestic abuse for years and years. thought she had no way out of it. And we gave her that avenue, and now she's taken on a whole new career as a software engineer for Booking.com, one of the main organisations in Greater Manchester. And that's what I want to do it for. You know, I want people to go out there and talk about what we do and maybe create more opportunities for people. I think it's just so important, so important.
Ladies and gentlemen, Beckie Taylor.